Welcome everybody. Hello to a brand new episode of Craft House. And we have got Tiffany here from Totally Tiffany with some amazing bags. If you've got any kind of sort of storage needs, and let's be honest, if you're a crafter, you always need more storage, let's be honest. These are absolutely perfect for storing your soft crafts, your paper crafts, basically anything you could possibly need to store, children's activities, all those kind of things. Everything's clear, the bags are really sturdy, and they come in an absolute myriad of different sizes and different options. So we're going to be going through all of these different things later on today, but everything's available on our website, so do have a look and see what you've got. So first of all, I'm going to say hello to Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany.
Middle. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be with you here today on Craft House. I love a good Craft House, Totally Tiffany takeover.
And it's great that we finally get to meet, because I've seen you, I love the products, but I've never actually had the opportunity to say hello to you. So this is a really great opportunity for me, and to say hello. I hope is it nice weather where you are? Is it the middle of the night where you are? I just don't know.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're in Arizona, so the weather is always nice here, always. It's just sunny and warm all the time.
It sounds idyllic, absolutely idyllic. I don't blame you. It's beginning to rain here and it's a little bit windy at the moment, but we've been complaining about how gorgeous the weather's been lately, so we can't really complain about the fact it's gone a little bit, not quite so good. So we've got some fantastic deals on the show, haven't we?
Yeah, some amazing deals, some great bundles, tons of fun stuff, but mostly what we're going to be doing on this show today, besides saving you some money, is solving your organization problems. We have got the perfect solutions for everything from ink pads to paper pads. We are ready to roll with a great show today.
Fantastic. Really looking forward to that. Right, we'll start with, this is the brilliant this bag. I mean, this is such a good deal. We've got so many different things in here. So this is the ultimate buddy bag, and you're going to be getting all of the bags inside this, and you'll also be getting this large pink one and this one here. The large pink one, which is your lowest, and your moniker, you'll be getting for free. So you've got a huge amount of bits and pieces in here. If I start taking all of these out, you can see just what you're going to be getting. And obviously, with all the Totally Tiffany products, everything's clear, so you can see what you've got inside, because I'm a great one for popping things in a box and then having to rummage in the box because I can't remember what I put in it. But you don't have to do that, because Tiffany has worked out, the fact that we need to see exactly what we're going to be getting. So you're seeing all of these different items in here, all different shapes, different sizes, all these different bags that you could possibly need, and you're going to be getting this enormous tote to store them all in. And you're going to be telling us exactly what you're going to be able to fit in each one, and what you've actually created, what you've designed each one for, aren't you, Tiffany?
Are you ready? If you're ready, we'll get started going through the girls in the buddy bag collection. So I think first on the list is Barbara, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Barbara. So one of the things about buddy bags is, like you said, they are clear. Wait, they hold a bunch of different stuff. They all have a little handle on the end, but they can be stored vertically or horizontally, on their back, on their bottom. It doesn't matter. So depending on the products that you're storing in those bags, you can store them either direction. So in this Barbara buddy bag, I have 10 ink pads. And most ink pad manufacturers say store your ink pads flat. So now you've got them stored flat. But I've turned her just on her bottom, and now I've got her loaded up with markers, right? So they're so versatile. They're going to work for so many different things. But remember, you can rotate them. Okay, who's next on our list?
Is it Edna? Edna? Yep.
Edna, Teresa.
Okay, so this is Edna. And again, Edna's going to work in two different configurations. So these are the square ink pads. This is ribbon, right? So it almost looks like two different bags because this one is rounded and this one is flat. But like I said, they are designed to hold the true crafting things in the way they were intended to use. Now, when you're using Edna as a ribbon holder, right? There's no spool that goes down the middle, so that's great because you don't have to take everything out to replace it. But it also is going to work as a dispenser, right? So super easy way to control your ribbon, keep it organized, but also to make it easily accessible. Okay, who's next?
Then we got Teresa.
Teresa, my girl, my skinny girl, where are you? Oh, here's one Teresa. I put my other Teresas in my ditto bag. Okay, so Teresa is designed to hold your re-inker bottles, small things like this is all baker's twine, any of that type of stuff is gonna fit in here. Also, glitter glue, stickles, those kind of things. Another thing you want to keep in mind about your buddy bags is if you're using them in a drawer or a basket or a tote of some type, you can roll back the lids of them like this and fill that tote or that drawer or that basket with your buddy bags. That works as a divider inside your drawer, tote, whatever it is. But then, so everything stays organized, but then if you're gonna take it with you, you can just pop it out and close it up, put it in your lowest tote, and out the door you go. All right, who's next?
Then we've got Shelley.
Shelley, smelly Shelley. So Shelley was designed for washi tape. Oh, I got so many Shelleys up here. So washi tape and micro ribbon, right? That's what she was born for. But again, look at this. This is all the little spools of curling ribbon that tend to bounce around when you pull them out. Again, I've just loaded them in here and used this as a dispenser. Small ink pads, whether they are the teardrop inks or the square ink pads, they're going to be perfect in the Shelley bag. These are the little bit longer small ink pads. And of course, if you've got someone in your family who's got a little bit of a golf addiction, this is a great way to store balls and tees. So many different uses for all of the different bags, not just in your craft room, but all over your home. You're gonna find that you absolutely love them. Who's next?
Then we've got Deborah.
Let's see. So Deborah is great for pens and markers. This is for your shorter pens and markers. So your classic Spectrum Noir, your original Colorista, Artesia, great for also, what are these pencils, colored pencils. Now, when you open up Deborah and roll back her lid, you're gonna find a little piece of Velcro there, and that is gonna hold that open. So now when you need to get to those pencils or those markers, you can easily get to them, but when you're gonna close them up, super easy to do that as well. Now, one other thing, again, with markers is you wanna store them flat. So like I mentioned earlier with ink pads, now they're stored flat. Now they're stored flat. So depending on the space that you have and where you're going to store them, you can store them either way. And then when you want to use them, flip them up and use that like a pencil cup to pull your markers in and out of.
Fabulous.
Sue, sweet Sue. Where are you, Sue? There you are. So Sue is a bigger girl. I've got her, this one loaded with large ink pads. She opens a little bit differently. So you've got this nice big wide opening with a pullback flap. So great for storing other things like embellishments. I have a Sue bag also loaded just with silk flowers, other types of embellishments. So she's perfect for that. She's got this nice tight big close over lid. I'm going to put her up right here with the rest of the pals. Who? Irene. Irene. Come on, Irene. All right. Irene, ooh, a little bit unique also. Irene has 2 layers of hook and loop fabric. So if you have, these come right up to the lid of the Irene. So I'm going to pull it all the way over and pull it down, and now everything's tucked in there nice and neat and tidy. But if I had something taller, like these ink pads, you can see I've used the top Velcro, and so it lets you have a little bit more height in your Irene buddy bag. So Irene is great for that as well. One thing I want you to keep in mind is things like, this is a pom-pom maker, right? So if you have little tools or little kits, right, these are sort of unruly and they hook on everything, right? I've got the string, I've got the smaller version, and I've got the instructions. So think about all those little kits or all those little tools that have multiple pieces in your craft room, and how important it is to keep all those pieces together and accessible and visible and all of those things. So you may just find that a buddy bag is a perfect way to store a tool or a kit, something that has multiple pieces that you're trying to keep track of.
Absolutely, definitely agree with you on that. And next one is Katya.
Okay, Katya has 4 inner boxes. So, and that helps keeps things divided up and standing up. So, in this one, I have got her loaded up with, now you're a soft crafts girl, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Rip rack, bias tape, elastics, all of those things that you open up and they come unwound off the card and they're just a mess in your sewing area. So if you just leave them in their plastic, when you know, cut the top off and use that plastic as a storage pocket, now you can file them all neatly and organized in a catch-it bag. You can see them all. They're protected from dust and all those types of things. Also works well with our little pockets to create a mini filing system for your small dies and stamps. But she's also going to be great for things like paints and sprays, right? So she's got a little bit extra height there, so perfect for paints. I've even got some paint brushes tucked into the front here. So you are going to find, I mean, I guess I keep saying it, right? You're probably tired of it already. There are so many ways to use your buddy bags. You won't be able to believe it.
Well, that's the good thing about it is the next one is Brandy.
Brandy, she's a fine girl. So Brandy is long and tall. And you can see in the back here, this is off the packaging. So my suggestion to you, if you're new to buddy bags, cut the name off the packaging and put it in the back of your bag or in the bottom of your bag. Because when you fall in love with one of these bags and you need another one or another 5, you want to be able to choose the right one when you come to the website. So give all your girls a name tag. Brandy was designed for rulers. So you can see I'm kind of a ruler junkie, but it keeps all of those rulers nice, neat, tidy, and organized. And I'm going to show you another feature about these with the lowest tote when we get through all the girls. Is that it?
So what number is Monica?
Monica.
Oh, a little bit of Monica in my life. Monica, she's right here. Okay. So Monica is 4 by 6. She's a great size for organizing photos or storing cards, envelopes, and card blanks, cards that you've made in that small size. All of those are going to tuck into there, fit in there nice and neat and tidy. And she's a bonus today with your lowest tote. With the lowest tote, everyone says to me, how many buddy bags can I get in my lowest tote? And it just depends on which buddy bags they are. What's important when you're loading your lowest tote is that you put your tall bags, well, all the bags actually, standing straight up, because then you are going to maximize the space, right? You can stack your shorter girls on top of each other, but you're really going to maximize that space in your bag. So when you're sitting down, well, I'm only putting this many in here, so I'll fit in the bottom. When you're sitting down with this bag next to you, if you put all your buddy bags in handles up, you can literally set this bag next to your chair and say, oh, I need rulers, or oh, I need ink pads, I need a micro ribbon, whatever it is. Pull it right out, bring it to your workspace, open it up, use it, and then drop it right back in the hole of the bag. So everything is accessible, but you don't have to spread it all out if you're at a crafting event, or if you're crafting in your living room or at your dining table instead of in your craft space. It makes it so easy to have access to all of those things, and you can see them all. Then with bags like your ruler bag, if you just roll back that flap, tuck it down, now you can just reach in and pull out the ruler that you want to work with, drop it back in there when you're done so you're not burying it on your workspace. So this whole collection, well, obviously it all fits right in your lowest tote, but every one of the bags in here, I promise you, if you're new to buddy bags, you're going to fall in love with them and how easy they are to realize your organization dreams and make everything nice, easy, accessible. You're going to love it.
I completely agree with you, and in fact I have terrible envy looking at your behind you and how organised it all is, because I think, like everybody who's a crafter, we love the fact our room's looking nice and tidy, so that's a real key, like being able to see everything in there. So this is the deal that we've got for you today. This is the ultimate buddy bag with all of those different bags inside this main tote. You're going to get the tote, and you're also going to get Monica for free. This is a fantastic deal. So it's £50 or $70. Platinum price is £40 or $56. That's a 43% saving today, so it's well worth getting, and you've got so many bits and pieces in here. Now the next one we're going to have a look at are our paper takers. They've got 3 different sizes here. So this first one is your 6 by 6. So this is going to fit your paper pads inside it. We've got 3, 4, 3 paper pads in there. You can certainly fit another 2 in there, no problem at all. And you're also going to be getting the dividers. So if I open up, you will see, you'll get these pockets, little and dividers inside here. You get 5 of those for free today. So the price for this is £10.99 or $12.99. Platinum price is £8.79 or $10.39. Your next one is your 8x8. So again, you're going to be getting these great bags. You can see everything that's inside them. They're nice and clear. They're nice and sturdy. They're not going to spill or rip or fall apart. And you're also going to be getting your free dividers in here as well. So this is going to help you keep everything even more organised. So this is £12.99, $14.99, or your platinum price is £10.39 or $11.99. Now the most popular option is your 12x12. This, as we're on the masterclass we had earlier today, somebody did ask Lily how she stores her 12x12 paper pads. This is how she does it in this bag. So you can fit all your paper pads, because you may be an addict for paper pads, so you may not be able to fit them all, but you can absolutely fit plenty in here. We've got 5 in here. We could probably fit another one in there as well. And again, you're going to be getting your dividers included in this. So this is £16.99 or $18.99. Platinum price is £13.59 or $15.19. Tiffany, these are fabulous for anyone that is collecting paper or using paper, let's be honest, aren't they?
They're awesome. So, and they protect your paper, right? So they have that heavy plastic tray on the inside, and that protects all the edges and corners of your paper. Now, if you're new to Totally Tiffany, anything we make that we say is 12x12 or 8x8 is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more roomy, and that is why people love them, because you're not stuffing a 12x12 paper pad in there. It's roomy. You can just drop it in. So you're not fighting to get your paper in and out. And then you are, as you mentioned, you are getting a set of the tab divider pockets with each of the 3 sizes. And this is a great place to store your scraps. So depending on, you may have your bags organized. This is red. This is Christmas. This is Halloween. This is travel. Whatever it is, you're going to also be able to store those scraps that are left over once you get into that paper pad right with your paper pad. So it's easy to find the scraps and easy to use those scraps as well. So they work awesome for all kinds of paper organization, like I said, whether by color or by theme or by holiday. They have 2 handles, one on the top, and you'll notice the top handle is sewn with this reinforced strap. And that's because paper gets heavy, and we want to be sure that you're not going to be able to rip your handle through just the vinyl, right? If it's just sewn on vinyl, like so many of the bags are, when you lift it up with the weight in there, you risk ripping through there. You've got this side handle so that if you're standing this up vertically on your shelf, you can pull it on and off with the side handle. And then you've also got this great big label card pocket. So it makes it really easy to label and then find your things. So they're perfect for, obviously for paper. They work great for paper, but we look at other things right up here, like, so this is the 8x8, and I've got all my planner supplies in it, right? So you're going to be able to store all kinds of things, miniature projects, album projects in each bag. So not only for great paper storage and great paper portability, but also for storing other things as well. So we were just talking about the lowest tote, and I just want to pull it back into view here, because yes, you can also fit your 12x12 paper taker in your lowest tote. And I've got those other buddy bags in there, but now I'm dropping in that 8x8, and with a little bit more rearranging, I'm sure I could get the 6x6 in as well. So your paper takers are great on their own. They store easily on the shelf, but Becky, you're also going to be able to fit them in your lowest tote to take them with you if you want to travel with your craft supplies.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's amazing. You can fit so many things in that tote. It does make a really big difference, doesn't it? I've actually got a question for you, Tiffany. I've got a couple of questions, actually. Sylv says, will you be getting 12x18 jumbo fab file for all our lovely new A3 paper that we're going to be having here? Is that something that you're going to be doing, potentially?
We have done the jumbo fab file before, but hopefully it is coming back. It's something that's on the drawing board. I can't give a committed date to it,
okay.
But it is something that you will most likely see in the not so, well, early spring maybe.
Oh, excellent. And also a question from Susie T. Are paper carts coming back? I'd love to be able to get my hands on a couple of the older models, the shorter ones that fit under my craft table.
Tough questions. Again, something that's up for consideration, but we do not have an actual date for when it will be back.
Fine.
Keep asking.
We'll keep our eyes peeled, definitely. So let's go back. So I'll show you again. This is your 8x8 paper taker. So this comes with your free divider pockets. So if I show you those in here, so those are the ones where you can fit all your little scraps in there, which is really, really great. And as you see, they fit in that tote. So platinum price is £10.39 or $11.99. Then we're going to the this is the 8x8 size. Again, you've got to get those tabs in there. This is great for keeping everything organised. You can see exactly what you've got. Platinum price is £10.39 or $11.99. And then finally, the most popular one at the moment is your 12 by 12. Everyone loves the 12 by 12. You can fit so many in here. I think you can fit 6 of these paper pads in here, so they are great. They're nice. They're not going to move. They're not going to fall apart. And as Tiffany said, each of the corners are sort of reinforced. So you're not going to get any of those sort of tears or bends on the corners of your papers. And price for this is £10.39 or $11.99. Now, the next thing we're going to show you is this fabulous blinding binder, is what I was blinding. So this comes in a few different colours. You get it in black, turquoise or pink, but we've got the black one here. If I open it up and hold out, you will see this is fabulous. You've got so many different things. You've got all your places to put all your pens. You've got these little pockets down here, and it does come included with this. You've got some of these side and top sort of loadable pages here, so you can keep everything organised. Now this is really great if you're going to do some crafting on the go, to be able to sort of put all the bits and pieces that you need in here. You can fit all your pens and your bits and pieces here, and again, you know, if this was going to be something that you're perhaps using it for soft crafts, not just paper crafts, again you could use this for soft crafts. You could put all your bits and pieces in here, and your embellishments. Perhaps you're going to be doing an embroidery course or something like that. Now this is a great price. Again, this should be £70 or $85, but platinum price is £56 or $68. And you've got the other colourways there, don't you, Tiffany?
I don't. I actually only have purple.
Oh, only purple.
Here in the studio. Sorry. But let me just go. Let me go through all those pockets for you. So on the outside, you're going to find one large pocket, and that is where you're going to take your personal paper trimmer, right? They tend to be a little bit longer than everything else that we have. So that outside pocket is going to make it easy to carry that personal paper trimmer. And then, of course, the shoulder strap does have the padding on it, so that makes it much more comfortable for your shoulder. But you also have a padded strap also if you're just going to carry it using the handles. So a lot of really, and these are, you know, we've added these metal D-rings here, so everything is reinforced and, to your point, sturdy and really durable. So you can see inside, I've got all my little pockets loaded up. Now the front, the mesh pockets on the bottom in the front, those are all reinforced on the bottom. So you can put scissors in there or sharper tools. They're mesh 90% of the way, and then they have a little strip of fabric at the bottom so you don't have to worry about your scissors and such poking through. Smaller scissors in your loop, as you mentioned, different pens and such are gonna fit in the bigger loops on this side. And then on the back pocket is also big enough for your 12 by 12 things like cutting mats, stamp mats, that type of thing are going to fit in the back. And with that, you are also getting a variety of dividers and our side loader single pages. So this is an entire page kit that I've got in this one. But when you're talking about organizing things by theme or category, you can see all of these pockets are just loaded up. So if I was working on a particular project, or I needed a particular theme, or maybe I just want to store all of my vinyl sheets or all of my glitter or vellum in this nice handy book, so everything was together.
Yep.
Even things like your 12 by 12 stencils are gonna fit in those 12 by 12 pockets. So it's a really great way to get everything organized and also to keep it portable. So the binder also is gonna come with one of the 3 ring sections, the spinders, but if you are using a scrap rack or you have other binders, and you want to take 2 sections with you, you can add that second 3 ring section to your binder so you can take twice as much stuff, carry it out the door, go to your crafting event, and then come back and put it right back on the shelf. And just like that, everything is reorganized. It's so simple, Becky.
That's fabulous.
And durable.
I would be spending all my time organising everything because I think it's quite addictive, isn't it? Putting it all in the right place. I'll never want to use it because it's all going to be in the right place. But that's fantastic. So it comes in, you've got it in purple, in black, in turquoise, and also in pink as well. So that's your turquoise one you're seeing on the screen now. They're all the same price. And the next one we're going to show you is your black one there. Then we're going to show you your purple. And then finally, we're going to show you your pink colour as well. So wonderful way of keeping yourself organised. I love the fact you can put that, pink one's in the lead. I like the fact you can put that extra binder inside there to make it sort of even more useful. So wonderful thing here. And again, this pocket you're saying at the front, I think that's a great idea. Having these extra little bits and pieces, you know, they've really been thought about. We've not just, Tiffany's not just bringing you a bag. It's a bag that she's really thought about how to ensure that it's going to fulfill all your crafting needs. Now we do have limited stock on the pink one, so if you do want it, I would check out your boss at less than 20, so you're going to need to be really quick in order to get this. So the platinum price for this is £56 or $68. So that's going to be a great addition to your crafting books. So the next one is the Karen buddy bag. That's this one here. Now this one is really quite cool because you can fit quite a lot in here. And I do like the fact that you can, you know, that these are sturdy and they have these sort of inserts into them to keep everything sort of in the right place. And it does come with these magnetic pockets. So you've got all these, you've got 5 different pockets with like dividers with your magnetic sheets in here. So you're going to 20 in total. So this is a great price again, £38 or $50. Platinum price is £30.40 and $40, and you're going to get 20 magnetic sheets in that. So really great for keeping everything organised. And I think, you know, you can keep, you know, like putting your cards in here or your postcards or your photographs. And if you're going to be doing some scrapbooking, you can organise all of those in that way, shape or form. So this is your card makers collection, this one here. You can buy everything separately. If you do just want to buy the buddy bag without all the inserts, just have a look in the website. So you can get two buddy bags for that price. Wow, 2 buddy bags in this deal. So have a look on the website and you'll be able to see all of the information on there as well. So Karen, where did the idea for Karen come from, Tiffany?
You know, Karen is actually named after my right-hand girl, Karen, who was a card maker. And she was like, I need something to organize all of these card things together. So I just want to backtrack for 1 second. For those of you who are new, it's a little insight into the Totally Tiffany brain. You mentioned that as I design things, like the pocket for the paper trimmer, we are crafters. Everyone that worked for me through product development, we were all crafters of all different kinds. And I would come out of my office and go into somebody else's office and go, look at this thing I made. It's such a great idea. And they would say, no, that's not a great idea. You need to do this, or what about this? And they would give me all these other things that I hadn't considered. And that was key to the development of all of these products. So they really are craft-centric, and we really have thought through all of those little things. Okay, so the Karen Buddy Bag was named after Karen, and it has been one of our best sellers of all time since it came out. You're getting, I think, 1 bag, 20 pockets, and 20 magnets. So you're getting the 20 pockets, and then you're getting the 20 magnetic sheets that are 5 by 7. Now, everything that you put in your Karen bag doesn't have to have a pocket, and it doesn't have to have a magnet. Obviously, dies are the only thing that have to have magnets. So I just want to show you sort of a few different uses. So obviously, it's designed around the larger card sizes. So cards and envelopes, if you're just looking for a place to store your completed cards, your cards and envelopes, your card stock by color or by theme, this is going to be the perfect bag. So your bigger cards are going to fit in there, no problem. It's got this nice angle on this side, so it's almost like using an old recipe card file, right? Everything is visible, everything is accessible. When we're talking about dies and stamps, this is an entire alphabet stamp. I have the little picture of what the set of alphabets look like, because when you look at alphabet dies, oftentimes words and alphabets, it's very difficult to see what they actually look like. So throw that in the pocket as well. So in this one, I've actually used 2 magnets back to back. I don't have any stamps that go with that particular set. Now this, look at this weird die. If you just saw that, if you just looked at that, you would have no idea what it actually looked like. And so that is why I also save the packaging, and it goes right in the pockets. So I've got the stamps that coordinate, the packaging that shows me the picture, and then the dies. So it's really important to get the highest and best use out of all those things you've invested your money in. That's your tip of the day. Make sure that you have something with your dies and stamps so you can clearly recognize what they are and how they're used. Maybe even the recipe for your sandwich when you were going to put it through your platform, right? Put it through your machine. You can go double-sided. You can put 2 sets of stamps, 2 sets of dies in each pocket. They really will bulk up. I'm trying to get to some other goodies here. I just went around and kind of pulled out some things out of my space this morning. So this is all Christmas stuff, right? So especially for card makers, this is a great size. So I've got Christmas alphabets, I've got Christmas blank cardstock, I've got Christmas embellishments, I've got Christmas words and sentiments, and they're all organized, and they're all accessible, and they're all visible. Yeah. Here's your other tip. Anytime you're using a pocket or something like this with a tab, take the extra minute and label it on both sides. So then no matter how you drop it back into your storage container, Becky, you are going to be able to find it because it's labeled on both sides. So even if it's in backwards, it's still visible, still accessible. Ooh, this one's upside down. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is a great bundle and a great way to organize everything for card making.
That's a great idea. Great tip at actually writing on the back of them, because I wouldn't think to do that. And then you'd look at everything and think, oh God, I don't know where I am. So this is your card makers collection. So this is your little bag. This is your Karen bag with your little dividers here and also your magnetic sheets. So you're going to get 20 of the little dividers and 20 of those magnetic sheets there as well. So you can see how much you can fit in there. I mean, if you didn't want to use it in that way, you know, we've used this for storage for other things. Absolutely, you can do. You could just make, but that's the beauty with this storage system, that you can work out what you actually need to store because everything's going to be fitting in there perfectly. You're going to be able to see exactly what you're going to get. So this is platinum price, £30.40 or $40 if you're a Club Inspire member. The next thing we're going to have a look at is a flipping storage binder. Now this is limited stock. If I hold this up over here, you can probably see. So this is a great little storage binder that you've got here, and you've got all these different pockets here. So you've got 3 different pages of pockets. Now they're different. They've got pockets within them, if you see what I mean. So you've got all these little pockets here that flip up, and they are double-sided. So you actually get loads and loads of bits and pieces here. These are great for your embellishments. Now, for me, as a paper crafter, these would be great for me to keep my threads in, perhaps my sort of embroidery threads, all those kinds of things in there, or flowers if you're going to be making lots of embellishments, so decoupage in there. And then on the very last page here, you've actually got slightly deeper pockets. Now, one of the things you're going to be getting with this is a pack of the magnetic die storage sheets. So these are a pack of 5, and these are a 5 by 7. Now these will fit just in the back here, like so. Or you could, of course, cut them down and use the smaller, sort of half or 3/4 size in some of the other pockets, but they will fit on the very back, very rear of this. So again, you can keep everything nice and organised. And these are great for all those little tiny dies that you may have that you always lose. Don't put them in a big box like I do and have to rummage around looking for them. So the price today is £23 or $31. Your platinum price is £18.40 or $24.80. This is great, isn't it, Tiffany? I mean, I can't can't choose. There's so many different options for me to choose. Everything works so well.
Well, one of the great things about the flip and storage binder too, one of the great uses for it is it has the smaller pockets on the front, the larger pockets on the back. It is a perfect place to store cards that you have made and you want to protect, but you want to be able to look through to choose. So you might say, okay, this whole binder is going to be all of my thank you cards, or all birthday cards, or birthday cards for kids, and birthday cards for adults, and then you line them up on your shelf, and when you need a card or someone in your family needs a card that's already been made, you can pull that binder off the shelf, flip through, but you're not damaging any of your work because they're all in those nice, neat, tidy pockets. Pull out what you need, replace it with a new one when you make one, but it makes it easy for you to find your cards as well as working for all kinds of other supplies, embellishments, rub-ons, and all those type of things. But it's a great place to actually store the cards that you have that you've already made.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I've got a couple of questions before we go for a break, Tiffany. Lots of people are asking, will we see different colours aside from black for the bags? That seems to be quite a few questions are asking that. Will you be doing pinks or purples to go with that tote bag?
Currently, there is not a plan for us to do buddy bags as an exclusive. There is, in the US, we have the Stamps of Life website. They do pink and purple and turquoise buddy bags. But in the UK right now, there aren't any. And in the US, you have to go to the Stamps of Life to be able to find those in other colors.
Just classic black for the moment then for us.
Classic black. Goes with everything.
That's brilliant. Well, everyone, I'm going to give you a couple of moments to check out your baskets, grab a cup of tea, and we will see you back in a few moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
So definitely the Gemini. It may be something that all of us say. The Gemini is just the most awesome machine out there on the market. It is second to none. It is the most incredible machine that I've ever used, and I've been crafting a long time.
Definitely my favourite product is a Gemini. I think it's just a game changer, being able to have something that can cut everything, and I use it for my paper craft as well as my soft craft as well, and it really is like a key item. I don't think I could live without that one anymore.
When you come across a machine that does everything that you need it to do, and you know it's never going to need updating, it's not like phones where they're going to bring a new one out. The only difference they can do with the Gemini is the size, is the colour, but the Gemini itself is, proven to be the most amazing product out there on the market. So yeah, it has to be the Gemini.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We are so lucky to have Tiffany here with us today. It's all about Tiffany bags and how to store all of your crafty goodies. Oh, crafty goodness, crafty goodies. One of the great things here we've got is this paper organizer. So this is your 12 by 12 cardboard box to organize all of your papers and your cards. It also comes, so you get a pack of 5, and you'll also get 5 of these dividers in it as well. So you can see those here, so you can pop bits and pieces in there as well as your actual paper pads. But these are great because they're just going to be going on your counter, on your bookshelf, and just be able to pull these out and see exactly what you've got in here. So it's really cool storage, it's really easy storage, and it's something that we're going to be using often. And this again is a great price, £11.19 or $14.39 if you're in the Club Inspire. So this is really great. And these are things we're always going to be needing extra storage. Now, if you're not going to be, obviously you'll probably be wanting some of those 12 by 12 paper carriers for when you're out on the go, but these are great just for storing all your bits and pieces at home, so you can keep everything super organised. We've had loads of people messaging in to say hello everybody. Jen says, do you do the pockets and magnetic sheets separately for that flipping binder? We do. Have a look on the website, all that information will be on there, so you'll be able to see all the different things that are available. It's not just what we're showing at the moment, you will be able to buy the individual bits and pieces as well. So again, this is £11.19 or $14.39. The next item we're going to be going to is, Tiffany, you've got the next item actually, so that is the desk maid, isn't it?
Yes, so this is the Desk Maid store and clip pods, and they pop up, they come flat. You can buy all the individual pieces. I'm going to show you what the whole set looks like and how it works. So this product is different than every other desk organizer you've ever used. It has a couple of huge features that set it apart for organizing workspace. So the first thing I do want to let you know, for all of us who love to use those IKEA cube storage, right, the Calyx and Expedit, it does fit in there. So the tray, the bottom piece, has a little handle on the front, and I think you might have one in the studio, Becky, maybe a little later you can show us how that works. I don't have one right in view, but so this is going to slide in there. So in the set, you are getting all 7 pieces. You're getting the tray, you're getting the small bin, you're getting the tool bin, you're getting the pen and pencil bin, and you can see all the pieces are separate, and that is by design. That way you can configure them on the tray any way you want. If you have taller things, you want to put that to the back, shorter things to the front, you can do all of those things. Now, you're also getting with each one of these this big clip, this big totally Tiffany clip, and you'll notice that each bin has this band all the way around it. That is so you can clip the pods together. Now you can clip them all together right here on the tray, but here's the big benefit. You can clip them together off the tray. This is the thing that makes this different than every other workspace organizer that comes all configured together. So if you want to turn the corner with your pieces, if you have a small workspace, you can clip all of these pieces together in any configuration to shape them exactly to fit the workspace that you've got, right? So it's a perfect way to clip everything together, to use it, to work with it, and then you can take all the clip pieces apart, throw it on the tray, and put it back in the cabinet or put it back on the shelf, hide it away, or you can leave it out in different configurations. Maybe you need this configuration on your desk space. Maybe you want this configuration on your craft space. Because all of the pieces are independent, you can put them together any way that you want. Okay, not very exciting, empty, right? So let me put all of these back on a tray here, and then I'm going to show you a few of them. I'm going to ask my lovely assistant Susie to come and grab this so that I have a little bit more space here on the counter, to just show you the variety of things that fit in each one. So this is the pen and pencil holder. This is the tool holder. So obviously pens, pencils, small scissors. We all as crafters have tons of like tweezers and other small tools. So that's perfect in this one. And remember, again, I can clip them together. So this is quilling tools and quilling, now I need a clip, and quilling paper, and to clip those two together, I just slide that clip in, and now I've got that little set, and I can move that along.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to add pens and pencils to the front of that. I can clip that on, but because I can slide them around using the clips, I can configure them any way. So all kinds of tools. Here's kind of some basic, right? All my Cricut tools together here. This is all my foil quill basics together here. And again, I can clip those together on whatever. So let's talking for those of us who are Cricut users. You could take your Cricut tools, connect that tool bin right to your to the big bin, which is going to hold all of your rolls of vinyl, right? You can. That is the beauty of this system, is that you can configure it any way you want, and it's going to hold almost every type of tool and supply that we use. We talked a minute ago about Gemini. Here are two different sizes of Gemini plates, right? Easy to see, easy to access, easy to use. So great for that as well. If I had the Gemini Mini, so I think this is the Midi. I do have a Mini. I probably didn't pull it out. You can use the smaller one, the smallest one, and now you've got your mini plates. Mini plates, Midi, and then the Gemini, they're all together in one place, and they're all visible, and they're all accessible. And that is sort of the beauty of this system, is that you can sort of combine and conquer anything in your craft room. I didn't even talk about this little guy right here. So this guy was designed, this was such a huge customer request. It's collapsible, they all fold flat like this. This is the perfect desktop waste paper bin. So if you're cutting little scraps and bits and all that stuff, throw it in there as you're working. It doesn't take up a bunch of space on your workspace. And then when it gets kind of full, you're going to be able to just take it and dump it. But while you're clipping, while you're trimming and doing those things, while you're poking the little bits and pieces out of your die cuts, it's right here on the desktop. You can just poke through there, keep everything nice and neat and tidy, and then dump it when it's full. But it's also going to fit well for things like large bottles of paint. One of the things, this is a kind of tip day, I guess. So when you're storing your large tubes of paint, the bottles, you can see the colors on the top, but the tubes not so much. So I just write with a Sharpie on the top of my tubes what color it is. So even if they're in this type of bin, I know exactly what color they are. So there's your little Tiffany's tip of the moment.
Yeah.
This little bin also is going to work with our 8x5 magnetic pockets, die and stamp storage as well. So there's just I could just go on and on and on about how these products work and fit even for office supplies. So Becky, what do you think? Have you been bitten now by the desk-made clip and store bug for all the things it's going to do in your craft room,
Tiffany,
your home?
I was bitten by the whole Tiffany bag bug some time ago, actually, because I don't think there's anything that I couldn't think would be useful to have at home. All of these different things would be great. I mean, I love the fact that you can just configure this any way that you like, that you've got all your bits and pieces together. I mean, I remember as a kid spending a lot of time organising my desk, so my desk was nice and tidy. I think it was a way of me stopping doing any work, but actually, it's quite addictive, and it's quite important to have everything that you could possibly need in one place. And being able to move everything around, like you say, to clip clip everything together, so you can just move it to one side and just have the bits and pieces that you currently need on your desk, and then being able to put everything away. And as you say, you know, everything fits inside one of those IKEA storage cubes. Most people, well, lots of people do have those, absolutely, and I have them at home, and they're great to be able to fit everything into. So yeah, I think I have been bitten by the bug, and I blame you, Tiffany, for biting me. What am I going to do?
You're going to spend your whole paycheck getting organized, and then you're going to have to take a staycation and organize.
I think you're absolutely right. Now, the price for this is a great price again. It's £54.83 or $65.38, but the platinum price is £43.86 and $52.30. So you can see how useful this is going to be. It doesn't take up a huge amount of storage when you're going to be using this on your table, but you're going to get so much for this. And you do get those little clips. Now, these clips are really quite clever. When I first saw them, I just thought they were just ordinary paper clips. But you know, Tiffany, they're amazing. You're going to clip. You've been clipping everything together while I've been talking, haven't you, Tiffany?
I just want you to see, once they're clipped together, how, because all of them, this one I didn't clip yet, they just slide along, right? Yeah. Once they're clipped together, they're going to attach. I'm not tall enough, I don't think. So because every one of the designs has the band all the way around, and that is why you can configure it any way you want. And I think one of the really great things about this, Becky, is that you can use the whole set on the tray, pull it out, bring it to your workspace, or you can say, all right, I want to just use this cube and this piece, you know, right here in the corner. I have this little space that's empty. I can really organize a few things in there. And so you're able to take them apart and then group them together however you need them, wherever you need them. And I think that's probably the most unique thing about this as an organization system in general, is that it does have so much more flexibility that it's going to fit wherever you need organization.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. They're absolutely great. Right, we're going to move on to the triangular travellers. So I've got these, just move that out of the way so I can get that here. Now we've got these in 4 different colours. These are great. So if I open this one up here and unzip that, I just need to pull this apart here, and then you'll see you've got all these little pockets, little places. So this is great for travelling. Lots of people, you know, at this time of year are going away, but still want to craft. This is a great sort of on-the-go kind of little bag. You've got those little zip-up bags down here that you can fit all your different bits and pieces in. If I hold it like that, you can probably see a little bit better, and then you can see how that looks. Put that down. You've got your places for your pens at the top, and then you've got those 3 little zip-up bags here. And then when you're finished, when you want to sort of pack it away, you just fold it all over and then pull this tight here, and that secures everything. And you just pop that into your rucksack. I mean, maybe you've got somebody that's going travelling, travelling around the world, and they're just going to have a rucksack to take. This would be a great thing. So you have that in. I've just dropped the pink one. That wasn't very good. So there was black, there was pink. If I open this one up, you might be able to see a little bit better as it's a brighter colour, how it looks inside. So you've got those here. You can see all those little bags down here, all those zip-up bags. And again, you know, if you're not going to be using them for your craft things, you could be using them for your toiletries as well, couldn't you? So this is your pink one. You've also got turquoise, and you've got purple as well. So all the prices are the same, no matter which colour you go for. The price is £19.99 or $15.99. Platinum price is $15.99 or $12.79. Again, these are really good. They're really quite a clever way of putting everything together, and they're not going to be taking up too much space if you're looking for something that just gets all those bits and pieces together. So the next thing we're going to go to are the fab files. I'll just go over here and grab those. So we've got so many things. I haven't even had a chance to put the stuff away. We've got so much stuff here. Now these are almost sort of semi-clear files that you're going to be able to look at. So you'll still be able to see what's inside them, but they're not sort of crystal clear. You've got sort of a frosted look to them. So your first one is your 6x6. These are super sturdy. You know, I can drop these, I can block them around, and they're still going to stay everything there nice and sturdy. They're quite deep. You'll be able to write on the side of them exactly what you've got inside of each one of these. So this is your 6x6 fab file. This is £5.94 or $6.79. Platinum price is £4.75 or £5.43. That is a hugely great deal. Great for those 6x6 paper pads. And do remember on the website there was that penny sale, so there are some paper pads available just for a penny when you've bought another one at full price, which would be great to go in these. This one is your 8x8. Again, you've got the same thing. You've got a little handle here. So if you're going to pop them onto your shelf, you can leave them up this way, or probably that way around, so you can actually read what it says on that little label then. And you've got the handle then to pull everything out. So the price for this one is £5.94, $6.79. Platinum price is £4.75 or £5.43. The next one is your A4. Now there is limited stock on this, unsurprisingly, because this is obviously over in the UK. This is the size that we tend to use. Platinum price for this one is £5.43 or $6.45. Again, you know, you'll be able to fit plenty of things in here. You've got your handle here, so if you store them onto your shelf, you'll just be able to pull them off with a handle, or if you need to carry them because you're going to be taking them out on a course or something, you've got all of that there. And then the final one is your 12x12. Again, all in the same kind of products, so same kind of plastic, sort of slightly frosted. You can still see what's inside, but it's not super clear. It does mean that if it's a little bit messy inside, it doesn't look messy from the outside. And again, you've got your handle and your labels here. So the price for this is £6.11 or $7.47. So these are really incredible prices. And another way of keeping everything all organised. I mean, this is a bug. This is something that you once you stop organise, you can't stop organising. Once you've bought these bits and pieces, you're going to always want to keep organising, aren't you, Tiffany? This is just, it becomes an addiction to keep everything tidy.
It is a little bit of an addiction, and once everything is organized, then you can use all your things. It makes it so much easier, and it's so much more joyful to be able to sit down and craft and actually find those things that you put away. And one of the things, especially about the fab files, is I try to design a lot of products that are easy to grab with one hand, right? We're always reaching for something where we have a paintbrush or a pokey tool or a pair of scissors in one hand, and we want to reach for the next thing. And so lots of the products in the TT line allow you what I call the one-hand grab off the shelf. So, and you watched that when we were doing buddy bags earlier. These fab files also have a little handle on the side, right? Easy to pull right off your shelf. There's a locking tab on the lid, so when you tip them over, nothing's going to fall out of them. So they really are super versatile. They're going to store so many things. Now, each of the boxes that you're getting is coming with 5 tab divider pockets. It's part of the fab file system. So again, storing them with paper and using your scraps or using them to for embellishments or those type of things makes it so simple and so easy. Number one question people ask me, how many paper pads can I fit in a 6x6, 12x12 fab file, etc.? Well, you know, paper pads, different manufacturers, they're all different thicknesses, whether it's paper or whether it's cardstock. So you're going to get couple of inches on each different, you know, they're a little bit different sizes, and so that's the amount of paper you're going to be able to put. So a couple of paper pads depending on the manufacturer. So the 6x6, perfect for, of course, 6x6 paper, but also a great place to store kits and projects. So everything that's in here are all the things that I'm going to use if I'm going to do resin pour, right? I've got my gloves, I've got my mat, I've got my stir sticks, color, embellishments, all of those things that I need to do color pour. And all of these little bits and pieces, they disappear, right? You set them down somewhere, and then all of a sudden you can't find your pouring cups or you can't find the stir sticks. So think about, what are we storing in our fab files that, like, what do we need to store in terms of projects or kits? You're going to find tons of uses that way. Of course, the 8x8 is perfect for 8x8 albums if you like to work in that 8x8 format. So this is an actual album. I mentioned earlier we make things a little bit bigger than the label says it is, so it's easy to put things in. So I've got the album and the refill pages, and I could store the mementos, the photos, the embellishments that I was going to use for this 8x8 album easily in the 8x8 fab file. Of course, you mentioned the A4, 8.5 by 11. Great, of course, for A4 paper. Works really well for 8.5 by 11 products in the US. Does come with those tab divider pockets as well. But a great place, especially in the US, the magazines we get from the UK are too big for most of our storage. This box is designed so that you can actually store those UK, the bigger, longer magazines in this box as well. And then, of course, the 12 by 12, which is going to hold everything in the 12 by 12 format. So this one is loaded with Christmas paper and supplies, and then I just used some of my Christmas washi tape and stickers to kind of decorate it up, right? We have those extra things around, but now it makes it obvious that this is a box full of Christmas products. So, and then of course, you're getting in that the 12 by 12 pockets and all kinds of, so this is an entire project in this pocket. Your 12 by 12 stencils, of course, scraps, vinyl if you like to use your Cricut, and then again, this is a whole theme, a whole Disney theme. So the pockets work great for so many different things, and I know you can purchase additional pockets as well. So you're getting one set of 5, but they will, each of the boxes will fit multiple sets of pockets. If you want to add more pockets, today's probably a great day to do that as well. Don't you think, Becky?
Yeah, absolutely. They're really good. Lots of people saying, Mary Pat said, I live adjacent to a dusty dirt road, and Totally Tiffany has been a lifesaver for keeping things dust free. Yeah, we don't think about that. You know, sometimes you might not touch a paper pad for a few months, and the dust will build up on it. So being able to keep everything nice and tidy in these. Now, when you were saying about putting resin things in there, I'm exactly the same. I've got a load of resin stuff, and I just have it in a cardboard box. Being able to pop it in something like this, I hadn't actually thought about using this for actual projects. I've just been thinking about using it for your paper pads, but there's nothing to stop you from using that. It's certainly deep enough to fit those bits and pieces in there. So they're really, really great. I definitely think these are well worth going for. So just to recap on the prices. So the 6x6 one here, this is the one we've got here. So you can fit your paper pads in here, or perhaps you can fit some of your projects like Tiffany was saying. The platinum price here is £4.75 or $5.43. Then this one is your 8x8, still the same kind of depth as the 6x6, so quite deep, so you can fit projects in there, not just paper pads. This is £4.75 platinum price or $5.43. Then you have the A4 one, which is one here, a little bit thinner here. This is limited stock now, so if you do want this, make sure you check out as soon as possible because it will go. And this is £5.43 or $6.45 if platinum price. And then you've got your 12 by 12 one, which is the same width or depth as the A4. This is the biggest one. This is £6.11 or $7.47 platinum price. So again, great, brilliant for storing your paper and also any little projects that you may have. The next thing we're going to have a look at is, I'm just put that over this side here. This is a tool tower. Now we all have these. We have these on set in the studio for keeping everything organised. These are absolutely fabulous, and you do always need to see all your pens, your bits and pieces. It's very important to be able to see and work with these bits and pieces here. So this is your tool tower. It is UK only. It's £11.69, or your platinum price would be £9.35. We've got limited stock on this, so you can see you've got all those different places. It's going to just sit on the corner of your desk, but you've got that sort of gradient going up, so you can see all of those different pens and all those different tools in there. Great to have those for all sorts of different things. You might just have one with all your coloured pencils in, or you may have one with all your Cricut tools in. There's all sorts of things you could do. And Tiffany, what do you have in your tool tower?
So this one I just pulled off my shelf. This is all of my paintbrushes, paint pens, Q-tips, rubbing alcohol. So any painting project that I'm going to do, I've got all the different types of brushes and things that I need right here. And again, as you mentioned, we've got those graduated steps. So shorter things, medium things, taller things. Of course, I don't know about you, but when I paint, I make a mess. So rubbing alcohol is always necessary, and some Q-tips to clean up my mess. But you can see all the different levels and how easy it is, no matter what angle you come at this from, to find exactly what you need. So of course, it's perfect for all of your basic tools. You might have, and it is designed to hold rulers in the back. So it's wide enough for rulers, even your ribbon rulers. So you may go, rulers and scissors and tweezers and distressing tools, all of those basic things that you use all the time. But it's also, I have one in the bathroom that's loaded with cosmetic brushes. And I have another one that has a bunch of hair things in it, different brush sizes and that type of thing. So anywhere in your home where you need this kind of organization, of course on your desktop, as you mentioned, pencils and pens and markers and scissors and tape and all of those kind of things, really corralled in nice and neat and organized into the tool tower. But this is something that you will find multiple uses for. And like I said, if you can keep things all together, maybe you're going to have all of your Cricut tools, as you mentioned, in one, then it's easy to pick it up and say, oh, I'm going to go and paint somewhere else. I'm going to take this with me, out to the patio. My sister paints rocks. So she takes this is easy for her to grab all of the brushes and take them right out onto the patio and work with. So anything like that, if you're grouping things all together by type of craft that you do, you're going to love how easy it is to access this, keep it visible, and keep it accessible in your craft room, Becky. It makes it so easy.
I completely agree with you. Yeah, it's a great thing, and I do like the idea of keeping all your cosmetics in there, because actually cosmetic brushes is something that always get into a muddle. So that's a great idea for that, even if you're not using it in your craft room. The next thing I'm going to show you is the hot glue cone holder. Now, as you can tell, this is the one we use here, because it's got loads of glue on it. So this is literally the one on the opposite side of the studio where all the craft experts are. These are the things that we've taken from over there because we use them as well. So it's not just that we're showing you what you've got today. We use them all the time. So then this is only UK. It's out of stock in the US, and it's actually limited stock here in the UK. But you're going to get your little place at the back to pop your glue sticks. Your glue gun is going to sit in here, and it's going to mean that as it heats up, it's not going to sort of dribble and mark any of your items or get over your table. It's going to keep everything nice and secure, and it's going to hold it in this sort of holster, so it's not going to fall on the floor, it's not going to fall on the dog, and it's not going to fall on your leg while you're crafting. So the price here is £11.69. Platinum price is £9.35. Tiffany, you've got a couple there. Oh my goodness, I love that. I love what you've done to your one. I want to jazz one up too.
I know, is that so fun? So look, I blinged up my initial there on my hot glue gun holder as well, just made it. But that's one of the great things about all the wooden desk made, even the tool tower that we just showed you. If you want to paint it, if you want to stain it, if you want to decoupage it, bling it up, you can make it match your room because they start out plain white and flat. So great for, of course, hot glue guns, right? I have a variety of different ones. This is the cordless one, fits perfectly in there. You've got the glass plate. Now, if you flick the glue off your glass plate right after it dries, it stays nice and neat and tidy. But I know some of you are going to say, oh, I've left the glue on there for so long. How do I get it off? All you have to do is heat it up with your hot tool, and that glue is going to scrape right off that glass. So there's your tip. I think that's my mission today, give out the tips. This one is actually the one in the garage. I painted it for my husband. This is the one that he uses, and he mostly uses it to hold like wood burning tools and stuff. He's not as much of a drippy glue guy, but he does like the stand, and he likes to have this spot at the end where he can put different tools that he's working with as well. But if you love using a great big tape runner, there's this one, there's a Xyron, there's a bunch of different ones. When you set this down on your workspace, it gets buried with paper, or the sticky part at the end gets stuck on whatever paper or project is on your workspace, but it is going to stand up perfectly in your hot glue gun holder. So you may need one for glue and one for your mega tape runner, and then think about your basic tools here, scissor, ruler, that type of thing. So everything's contained, but you use it and put it back in the holster, and then you can always just grab it and go. Same thing with your hot glue gun. So the hot glue gun holder, you probably need at least 2 of them, and if you think your husband might steal one for out in the garage, you might want to pick one up for him right at the same time.
That's great. I like that idea. And the next thing we've got is this, which is fabulous. Am I right in correcting it? It's called the Stadium. So we call this a Stadium because it is. If I show it here, you've got these different lines here, but we actually have on the back, you've also got these little hooks, so you could in theory hang this up onto a wall to keep to keep everything out off your desk and store it. So you've got all these different places here. If I just lift that up, you should be able to see all of those different levels that you've got here, so you can fit sort of your washi tapes, your daubers, your spark, your glitters, all sorts of different things in here, your inks. I used to do a lot of cake making. This would have been great for keeping all my cake supplies, like my dusts, my edible glitters, and all of my food colourings in here, so I can see exactly where we are. And that is a key thing, showing you what you've got. So again, this is UK only. It's £24.29, or your platinum price is £14.43. And as Tiffany was saying, this is made of white wood again, so you can embellish it any way that you want. You might want to spray it and colour coordinate it with your own craft room. There's all sorts of things you can do with it. And you've got a super full one there, haven't you, Tiffany?
Well, I'm just looking around. I was just counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the 5th one that I have. Visible and accessible are always the most important things for me. Can I find that thing, use it, and put it away easily? And that is one of the problems that the Stadium Arrangers solve. So as you mentioned, it's got that 1-inch shelf in it. It is going to fit great for everything. So you can see you've got these nice stair steps. Everything is visible, but I've got everything in here. So if you look at the ones that I have in the studio, I have all my glitters in one. I have all my re-inkers. I've got all my thread, and that's all this beautiful rainbow of supplies, but it makes it easy to find exactly what I want. So I kind of pilfered from each one, but you can see, I can see all the colors of my thread here. One of the things, excuse me, with thread, is that a lot of thread has that little spindle on it, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to add a color to the middle, you buy a new pink color that belongs in between these 2 pinks. If you've got the spindles, you have to take every single spool of thread off that spindle. But if you're using the Stadium Arranger, you just slide them over and drop the color in the middle where it belongs. So any of those things for keeping things in color order or adding the same brands are so easy with the Stadium Arranger. Now, it also has 2 pieces of hardware on the back, so you literally can hang this on the wall. So, and I think we did a remodel of my sister's craft room, and we hung like 4 of these together on the wall. So she has this beautiful display, and everything is visible and accessible. So re-inkers, glitters, baker's twine, memento inks. I've got my shaker-shaped fillers here, washi tape, threads, daubers. Becky, it is all here, and it's all visible. It just makes you want to craft, right? When you look at this, you're like, oh, I just want to craft.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It absolutely does. They look great, and it makes it aesthetically pleasing as well. You're spending all this money on these craft items. You want them to look nice, and you want to display what you've got, because actually, as you say, if you put it in a box, you'll never find it, and you'll never use it, and we want to be able to use this as much as possible. The next thing I'm going to show you are these totes. So these are Ditto totes. So these are fab. You've got loads of different pockets in here. You've got little pockets here as well. But the great thing about this is you can undo the Velcro here, and you can open that up. So you can take this to a craft workshop or something like that. You'll obviously be carrying it like this as you go in, and then when you sit down, you can open it up like this, and you can see exactly what you've got. So you can just put this against the wall or against the the side of the counter that you're working on, and you've got everything to hand. So you've got all these different pockets. You've got different elastics to hold everything into, and it really is a very, very handy tool to have. Now the price for this is £23.39 or $35.99. The platinum price is £18.71 or $28.79. We do have different colours. So this one is your pink. Then we have sky blue, which is this one here. Again, exactly the same. You can see this one's not got anything in it, but you can see how all the pockets work. And as I say, you just undo this tape here, and then that opens out. So you've got a flat back to it, and then you can open that up against a wall or your desk. And then finally, you've got the black as well. So you probably can't quite see all the pockets on this, but this is the classic black kind of colour. So really sturdy. It's comfortable to hold and walk with, even if you've got loads of bits and pieces in there. So Tiffany's going to show us her one, aren't you, Tiffany? You've got the pink one. You've got the pink one ready to show us?
I've got a pink one ready to show you. Now, my pink one is empty as well, but I just wanted to talk about a few of the features of it. So you've got this nice handle in the center, so it's easy to carry by your hand. It's got a plastic trimmed handle. You're also getting 2 of these things. We call these buddy bands.
Right.
And these are, I'm going to show you on the black one that I have loaded. If you've got something really tall standing up, you can put this buddy band around the top of the bag to hold that tall thing straight up while you're carrying it. So it just helps keep those nice and neat and organized. And then you've got these little straps here, and these come around. Mine are tucked in here. But if you've got your Ditto bag really loaded and you just want to tighten it up a little bit, those are just going to pull around the bottom and just kind of help everything stay pulled in. Now, we talked a little bit about the pink Lois tote that you are getting for free with your buddy bag bundle today. I don't have, this is my black one, but I do want to just show you that the Ditto bag, if I can get my Lois tote open, there we go. The Ditto bag will also fit in your Lois tote. So if you would rather have something go over your shoulder than then carry in your hand, throw it into that Lois tote that you're getting with the buddy bags today. This one is all loaded up. I have it sitting on my rotating design board. So for those of you who have the rotating design board and love it, get your Ditto bag, set it on there, and then you can rotate it to get to both sides if you don't have space to open it up all the way. So let's look at all the things that are in here. I'm gonna pop it open. So the first thing is the secret pocket on the back, which is designed, again, for your small paper trimmer. So an easy way to carry that in that back pocket. And then once you open it up, now most crafters who use the Ditto bag have more than one. One would be your basic all the time tools that you need nonstop, right? So hole punches and scissors and rulers and all of that kind of stuff are going to be your kind of key Ditto bag. And then you might have another Ditto bag that is all just stamping supplies. So I've got my buddy band here holding all this stuff in. Okay, so look what I've got. I've got all 3 sizes. There's a cutting mat. I've got all 3 sizes of stamping platforms.
Wow.
I've got my my rotating design board is also in there. I've got all of my different tools for Cricut, markers for Cricut, and then we talked about those Teresa Buddy bags. I have got not 1, but 2 Teresa Buddy bags. That's just in one side, all of those basic tools and supplies. And then on this side, I've got my big tape runner, and I've got my multi-punch, and I've got my crocodile, and I've got my corner punch. These are the basics. These are the things I use all the time, every time I craft. Rulers, scissors in a variety of sizes, of course, undo, don't craft without it. Pokey tools, knives, different type of tool, different sizes of knives. Bone folders. Look, I mean, it's just nonstop. These are your basics. These are the things that you are going to use all the time. Super simple, super easy. But this one small bag, Becky, is going to hold all of these things. And I've still got some more space in here.
Yeah. Wow, I'm amazed by the fact you've got all of those stamping platforms in there, as well as, it just keeps on going. And I do love the fact that you've got that hidden pocket. So if I open up this one here, this is the hidden pocket, which I'd forgotten about. I didn't realise that was even there. I like the fact that you can open it up. You can then use it in different ways. You don't just have to use it as a tote. You can open everything out so you can see exactly what you're getting in there. And it's a great price. Again, this comes in pink, black and blue. The prices are £18.71 or $28.79 if you for the platinum price. So we're going to have a little bit of a break. Do check out your baskets because plenty of those items that we just shown you are limited stock. So we'll see you in a couple of moments while I have a quick cup of tea.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
My name's Michelle and I am the newest craft expert. My crafting journey began just after I had my daughter Alice, so she's 14 now. Long story short, I suffered with postnatal depression. My husband sort of noticed, took me to the doctors, and of all things, the doctor suggested colouring. Said it's so mindful, really helps. So anyway, my husband had noticed that I discovered the craft channels. Went out one day, came home with an amazing little craft kit for me, and that is where my addiction began. But one of my main inspirations is actually going onto our pages on Facebook, Instagram, and seeing what everyone else is making with the same stuff that we're making. As cheesy as it's going to sound, Debbie Robinson, Debbie Fisher, those are two of the main people that I watched a lot of. They are all so inspirational. Okay, so I absolutely love everyone that I work with. I don't have a lot of juicy gossip that I can share, but I will say Debbie Robinson is exactly what you see on screen. She is a laugh a minute. She is exactly what you see. So, you think, oh, did they put it on for the camera? They don't. Debbie Robinson is definitely Debbie Robinson. And I love her, and she really does say all the time, what am I like? So other than crafting, I just love being at home with my family. I know that sounds cheesy, but my husband is the most amazing support for me. My kids are fantastically weird, odd, crazy, but perfect. But at the minute, I'm very focused on my health, so I'm exercising a lot. So I would say, other than craft, which takes up 23.5 hours a day, that my health and lifestyle, I think you would say. So I've had a few cards published in a couple of magazines as designer for the day. So that was sort of a really big deal for me. I loved it. And then I got accepted onto the Crafters Companion design team. Oh my God, the whole world could hear me scream with excitement. And then I got the call to come up and try out for this job. It is by far the most amazing, exciting thing I have ever done. And it's been life-changing.
Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
I'm originally from London, so Stoke Newington I was born and bred, and loved London. I mean, I love London now, something really magical about being in the capital. Grew up in Norfolk, loved it, the countryside, the scenery, it was very green and just beautiful and picturesque. I now live in Bedford, which is brilliant for work and life, because I feel like Bedford is sort of central to all these places around us, so I get to see so many different places. It's just great to be there.
So I live in Barnsley. It's and I say a town, it's a town in South Yorkshire. And South Yorkshire's a gorgeous place. Barnsley in particular, I love. It gets a lot of flack, but it's a really beautiful, picturesque place to live, especially because there's lots of green places around there, lots of lovely parks and things like that, but it is a gorgeous place to live. Elthicka, neighbouring village to us, which is just full of history, and I love going there ever such a lot. Famous, what's it famous for? Oh, the most famous thing I can think of is a film called Kes. A local author called Barry Hines, who lived in Oiland Common, made a very famous film called Kes that is well known from where I am, and actually filmed literally around the corner from where I live.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Just in my ear, I hear George saying, welcome to have Becky, not Becky, Debbie back, which is weird because obviously Debbie's just been on the show, but actually I'm always called Debbie. I don't know whether it's because there's two Debbies here, but I'm always called Debbie. So we're here today with Craft House, and we've got totally Tiffany items on here, and we've got Tiffany with us as well. Now this has been this. This is the ultimate buddy bag that we've got here. So this is the really fabulous item that we've got. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to be getting inside it, because you're going to be getting all these different bags. Tiffany's going to go through them, exactly what they all are, but you can see as I take them out how much space you've got in here, how much storage you're going to get. You're going to be able to use these for all sorts of different things, all sorts of different crafts, bits and pieces around the home. These aren't just for paper craft, they're for soft craft, they're for crafting with your kids. It might be to do with crafting, maybe you're doing cake decorating, that kind of thing. There's all sorts of different things that you can be doing and storing with all of these different bags that we've got here today. So if I put these all out, you will see how many you're going to be getting in this particular deal. You're going to get all of these, then you're going to get this one, this huge tote, and the Monica bag, which is this one here, for free. So a fabulous price today, £40 or $56 is your platinum price here. So you can see you're going to be getting 8 of these bags, and you're getting 2 for free, so including this big tote, which you saw earlier today. You can fit so many bits and pieces in. Tiffany actually went through and sort of showed you how many bags you could fit in, and I think, you could just come, it's a bit like Mary Poppins's carpet bag, where she just sort of managed to fit all sorts of different things in here. It just keeps going and going. Great for taking out when you're going to a craft workshop, or if you're sort of just organising your craft room. Perhaps you don't have a lot of space and you do need to put all your bits and pieces away. I've put all of those in there, and I've still got plenty of space left in here. So this is a fabulous deal. It's £50 or $70, but platinum price is £40 or $56. Hello Tiffany again. How are you doing in that little break? Did you manage to get a quick drink?
I did, actually, yes, a little sip of coffee, and I'm ready to go again.
Fabulous.
And the Buddy Bag Bundle is awesome. Really all the kind of classic buddy bags that you need and want to use to organize your supplies. So the first one I'm going to start with is Edna. And Edna can be used, of course, she was originally designed to hold ribbon, but she also works great for your square distress ink pads. Mm-hmm. And you can store her flat, or you can store her standing up. We'll talk about that again as we go through. One of the nice features about ribbon storage is that it also becomes a dispenser for dispensing your ribbon, so things don't get big and messy everywhere. And then again, you can organize them by rainbow order or by theme order, but also she's ideal for organizing, like I said, this square ink pads. So after Edna, we have Teresa, and she is this little skinny girl here. She works great for storing so many small supplies. So these are all my little rainbow of shaker fillers, but perfect for things as well, like your re-inkers or your stickles, your glitter glues. Ideal for also small rolls of baker's twine. So she's a pretty versatile girl. She'll store a lot of cool things. And again, everything's visible and everything's accessible. Shelly, she's a little bit like Teresa's bigger sister, right? So I'll pull a couple of these off. And I want you to notice, if you want to get organized, if you want to have access to everything in your craft room, this is a great way to do it. I'm pulling things off this shelf to show to you, this is how my craft room is organized. I can just grab this off the shelf. If I want mini ink pads in the Shelly bag, there they are. If I want curling ribbon, there it is. Maybe I'm looking for a place to store my washi tape or my mini ribbons. All of those fit perfectly in the Shelly bag, along with things like golf balls. So you mentioned earlier, Becky, about using these in other places in your house, in other ways, and this is a simple, simple way to organize so many different things. So that's our girl, Shelly.
Then we've got Deborah.
Deborah, let's pull her off here. Deborah is great for colored pencils and markers. I'm going to turn this around backwards so you can see more. So your Artesia, Copic, Colorista, Spectrum Noir, the standards, those are all going to fit in there with no problem. Also great for your colored pencil stash. Now the Deborah lid folds back, rolls back, and there's another piece of hook and loop, so you can open it up and then you can use the Deborah bag as a pencil holder.
Yeah.
Or pen holder and have access to it, but then close it up for travel or storage. One of the things people ask all the time, especially about markers, is they say, oh, the Deborah bag stores your markers vertically. My manufacturer says I should store them flat.
Yeah.
All you have to do is store it this way or store it this way. So if this is on your shelf, you've got the handle to pull it out, and now your markers are stored flat, which is another big benefit to buddy bags, is that they can go almost any direction so that you can store your products exactly as the manufacturer's recommended.
Fabulous. Next one is Sue.
So Sue is a little bit of a bigger girl, right? And she opens a little bit differently. She's got this big wide pullback top, great for these larger ink pads. These happen to be the Stampin' Up! Ink pads. So great way to store those types of ink pads. But she's also big and open for things like flowers. I think I have a whole Sue bag over there filled with flowers. So it's easy to see all the colors that are in there. I also have a Sue bag under the driver's seat of my car, and it is a mini first aid kit. So across the board, you are going to find tons of different uses for all the buddy bags.
Brilliant. Next one is Irene.
Come on, Irene. Irene has 2 strips of Velcro. So when you look at her, I've got 2 different things in here. I've got tall ink pads, and then I've got re-inkers and Nuvo drops. So, but you can see the height different. Because we have 2 different strips of loop, you can either put tall things in or shorter things in. And again, these are ink pads, so you can stand it on the end and have easy access to all of your ink pads, and also be storing them the way your manufacturer recommended, which is such a key. I also want to just mention quickly, this is a pom-pom maker, right? It comes apart like this, right? It's a little bit unruly. It has all these little spiky ends on it, so it grabs everything. Here's the little version of it. So these are things that if you don't have them in some sort of protected box or container, then they're going to get broken, or they're going to get lost or separated. But in here, I've got the instructions. I've got a ball of yarn that I'm going to work with. I've got both sizes. I can just close it up, label it, store it, and now I've got the tool, the instructions, and some of the materials, and they're all sorted, stored, and organized together, and they're this easy to put off and on my shelf.
Absolutely, it makes a lot of sense. And then Katja?
So we have got Katja here, and she has 4 individual boxes, which is why everything stands up nice and neat like a file. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, Becky. She is a great way to store all of your blanket binding, your rickrack, your bias tape, elastic, any of these little things that you buy, and then they just come unrolled, right, in your basket or in your drawer or whatever. So for soft craft, great for that. She's a perfect way to use our small pockets for your small dies and stamps. You can create a small file for that. She is also the perfect height size for bottles of paint, sprays, some adhesives, that type of thing. And those 4 individual containers separate each of the sections, so it makes it really easy to keep things organized together the way you want them to. I've even slipped a couple of paintbrushes right in here in the front, right? So if you want to carry some other supplies between the boxes and the bag, it's an easy way to do that as well.
Great. Next one is Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. Here's Barb. And here's Barb. So again, showing just kind of the variants. Barbara standing on her end, loaded with ink pads. Barbara sitting on her bottom. She's a great way to store different types of markers and tools. Again, Barbara has 2 boxes on the inside, and that is what keeps those smaller things vertical instead of everything laying flat in the bag.
Great. And then we've got Brandy.
Brandy, she's a fine girl. Now, Brandy was designed specifically because I am, in fact, a ruler junkie. Ripping rulers, centering rulers, rulers with the stopper on the bottom, layering rulers. I've got them all. And this is an easy way to have access to just pull them in and out of that bag really, really easy. So while she works great for rulers, she also works great for your 12-inch long embossing folders or templates, and she's a great place to as well store your long glue sticks.
Yeah.
So you see there I have her name, Brandy, on the back of the bag.
That's a good idea.
Each of the bags has a name, and the names are on the packaging. So cut that name off the packaging and put it in the bag, and that way when you want to purchase another bag that's exactly that same one, you'll know exactly which girl that bag is. That's my little tip there for you.
That is a really good tip. And then we've got Monica.
Monica is 4x6. So she's going to work great for 4x6 photos, for cards and card blanks and envelopes, anything like that. Now, I love to use Monica as a way to sort photos. So LT is my older son, London. M, that's for Max. So as I'm putting together albums, I've got those photos sorted. These are going in London's albums. These are going in Max's albums. I can put about 300 photos in a Monica, which means almost an entire album's worth of photos can be pre-sorted and stored in my Monica bag, along with anything else that's got that 4x6 dimension.
That's great, brilliant. And then finally we have the Lois tote.
So Lois, everybody loves Lois, right? She has been so popular since her birth, and she's been around for a few years. She's got this nice reinforced bottom, and then in the bottom of the bag is a plastic insert that keeps that bag nice and flat. She's got a large pocket on the inside. She's got a small pocket here for your phone or your keys, and then of course she's got the reinforced shoulder straps. She's got a D-ring here. If you have the type of keys that have a clip on them, you can clip that there. You can add some other little decorative thing there. But Lois is really great for toting, carrying, organizing your buddy bags. So one of the things about the buddy bags is they all have this nice little handle at the end, right? And so that allows you to store them in your Lois tote. I'm trying to put one of each here that we have today in the tote, so you can kind of see how they all fit together. That allows you to get everything vertical in that tote, which means when you want to pull it out of the tote, you can literally set this tote down on the ground. I think that's one of everybody. We'll put those two together there. You can literally put the tote down on the ground next to your seat and just pull up the bag that you want to work with, right? It's going to leave a little hole. You use the bag, close it up, drop it right back in the hole. So it becomes really, really easy to organize and stay organized. Now, you don't have to go to a crafting event to do this. You might have all of these buddy bags stored in your craft closet, load them into a Lois tote, bring them out and set them next to you if you're sitting on the couch and crafting, or if you're in the dining room, everything stays organized. It's easy to pick up and put everything away at one time. So don't think that you're limited to your toting your tote bag out of your house. It can be very useful in your home as well.
Absolutely. I do have one question. Berkeley says, I'm late to the party today. If this has already been asked, I'm sorry. I'm wondering which one of the bags would be best for hot foil rolls. I've got so many. So what would you use? What would be the best one? One of the taller ones?
It depends which hot foil rolls they are, right? There's the 12-inch foil rolls, but if you have the shorter, maybe this size,
yeah, that
I'm
kind of
thinking,
size.
right?
Yeah.
That looks like a good size. Well, let's just check it out, right? So I wonder if Katya might be perfect.
Right.
Keep our fingers crossed and see what we get. We'll pull this out. Yes,
yeah.
I think, let me see if, see if I have a couple of more here. How tall are those? Those are a different type. I think Katya would be perfect. You could probably get 4 or 6 of them in each section.
Fabulous.
Yeah, 4, maybe 5. But that Katya would probably be perfect. If you want to lay them all down, then you probably could use Monica. I like everything vertical. That's always my go-to, right?
Okay.
If things are standing up, you only have to pull out that one thing. You don't have to dig down.
Yeah.
So Monica might be a little short. Last but not least, they might also fit in barb. I'm not sure though if the height goes all the way back. Oh yeah, you could probably fit them in barb as well.
Fantastic.
So those would be my 2 go-tos.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Fabulous. Thank you very much for that. So this is the bag again that you've just seen with all of those different bags inside here. So you're going to be getting 8 bags altogether, and you're going to be getting 2 for free. So you're getting 10 altogether, you're buying 8 and you're getting 2 for free. One of them is the Monica bag, one of them is this large tote that you've got here. So the price is £40 platinum price, or $56 today, so a great item. The next thing we're going to have a look at are these paper takers. So these are beautiful clear bags. So you can see exactly what you're getting here. You've got 3 different sizes. So the first one is your 6x6 paper taker. So you can fit, we've got, let me just see how many we've actually got in here. We have got 4 of our paper pads in here. You can certainly fit another 2 in there, no problem at all. So the price for this is $10.99 or $12.99. Platinum price is £8.79 or $10.39. The next one we're going for is your 8x8. Again, you can see everything that's in them. You've got this carry handle, or if you're going to be storing them onto your shelf, you can just pull this handle across. This is £10.39 or $11.99 a platinum price here today. And then your final one is your 12x12, really strong. You know, this has got the 12x12 pads are quite heavy. We have got, I think we've got 5 of those in here. There's no way that this is going to fall apart. This is all being reinforced. It's nice and strong. Obviously, it's waterproof. And if you can hear the rain pouring down on the roof here, this is something that perhaps I might need to take home in order to keep all my stuff dry. And so this is £16.99, $18.99, or that's $13.59 or $15.19 if you're platinum price, platinum card holder. So Tiffany, you've got all of those to hand as well, haven't you? Filled with all of your bits and bobs.
Yes, I do. So the 6x6, now you're getting those pockets, remember. So the 6x6 is going to work with the 6x6 tab divider pockets that you're getting. And that is a great place if you've got a paper pad. So this happens to be this is all rainbow. So I've got all my red scraps and my red paper. But I might have specific paper pads, and then I'm going to use that pocket to keep the scraps from that paper pad right there in the bag, right next to it, so I can make the best use out of all the paper, all the little scraps that came with that. Everything's going to be stored together, and it's going to be easy to find. So ideal for organizing paper pads in the 6x6, and then using those pockets to keep scraps and stuff together. The 6x6 also is a perfect size for your tri-blend markers, right? So if you love the tri-blends, the tri-blend aquas, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you're gonna get 33 markers in this nice handy little case as well. And again, you can store it on its side so you're keeping those markers flat. So just because it's called a paper taker and it fits paper doesn't mean you can't use it for a variety of other things. So that is the 6x6. And then of course, you've got the 8x8 paper taker as well. This is going to also hold your 8x8 albums, your 8x8 album refills. If you love to make the big square cards, this is a great place to store those cards and the materials to make them as well. So think about the kinds of things that you craft. My mother uses one of these. She does little cross-stitch projects, I guess, or embroidery. So
Yep.
she's got her floss and her fabric and her needle and her little hoop all in one of these, and it's the thing that she throws in the car so that if she's waiting for something or somebody and she's in the car or she's a passenger in the car, she has a little project that she can work on. But it's so nice and tiny and compact. And as you mentioned earlier, everything is sealed up and protected in there. So you're talking about the rain, but for my mom, she's talking about dust and dirt in the car, but also things aren't gonna slide out of it and it's easy to store. And again, like so many of our things, Becky, it is clear, portable, all the different handles, all the different labels. So you've got a side handle, label on the side, handle on the top, and that top handle is reinforced. So if you're concerned, oh, that's heavy for a vinyl bag to load it with paper, we've thought of that, right? We put this reinforced handle, we reinforced all the sides, we've got full Velcro across the front, so everything that you put in there is gonna stay and be protected. Each of the paper takers also, I don't think I showed this last time, they come with this tray on the inside. And that protects the edges and corners of your paper, right? So you don't have to worry about the bag getting crushed in around your paper because you do have that tray in there to protect, again, those edges and corners. And then of course the 12x12, which is gonna work for everything 12x12, of course your paper pads, of course your stencils, of course this is all vinyl sheets and vinyl, flat vinyl sheets as well as vinyl, my vinyl scraps, everything's in here that came 12x12 vinyl. You know you need to keep it flat, you need to keep it protected, and this is the perfect way to do it, Becky. So not just paper, you could do a whole, I mean, imagine, Becky, taking all the bits and pieces you had for a project. Maybe you're going on vacation or you're going off to a cabin or spend some time with your kids, kind of a staycation. You've got all of a project in one nice, neat bag. Easy to use, easy to find, easy to take, all those things.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. They really are well worth it. And I think, you know, so showing them for putting in your pens in there as well. Like you say, they're not just for paper. They are a great deal. And of course, you're going to get all those tab dividers in there as well to keep everything organised. So we do have that in the 6x6. We have the 8x8, and we also have the 12x12 on there here. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the card making collection that we've got here, which includes you get two of these bags here. So this is the Karen buddy bag, and this has got this sort of plastic kind of almost like a shell inside, a bit like the ones that Tiffany was just talking about just then, to keep everything all organised. So you can fit plenty of things in here, but it also comes with 20 of these dividers and 20 magnetic sheets as well. So you can keep all of your little dies all organised in here. You can keep your stamps organised as well. So perhaps you might want one of these just for all your Christmas crafts that you're going to be doing, or perhaps you want to have a mixture of different things. We've got all sorts of things in here, lots of glues and adhesives and sprays in here as well, and that all fits in perfectly together. And of course you've got that little handle on there. So this is £38 or $50. Your platinum price is £30.40 or $40. Karen, Tiffany, you've got your Karen bag, haven't you there? Too many names.
You know, Karen, this bag has probably been in the top 3 best sellers since it was introduced because it is ideal for card makers, and everybody makes cards. Everybody who's a crafter, who's a paper crafter, makes cards, whether that's your primary function as a crafter, the thing you do the most, or the thing you do kind of on the side. So it's a perfect way to organize all of your card making supplies. So I've used in this first part of my box the magnetic sheets and the pockets to organize dies, and I want to give you a couple tips. So this is an alphabet set, right? You can look at that in the camera and say, oh my gosh, it's so difficult. How do you know which letter is which? And so I've saved the packaging and the instructions, and I'm just going to slip it in the middle there so I know which dies are which and how to find them. Same thing with this. This die, if you just looked at that on a magnet sheet, you would be like, I don't know what that die is for. It actually makes this adorable birthday card, and it is complemented with these stamps. So keeping your dies and your stamps and your instructions and the instructions for what type of sandwich to make with your platforms in your machine right in the pocket with the dies and stamps makes it a great way to keep all of those things organized and accessible. Now you can put 2 magnets in each pocket. You can also put 2 sets of stamps in each pocket. I'm going to see if I have one in here that's like that. So you can go 2 full sets in each pocket. Now, what's the big deal about the tab divider pockets? Why can't I just put my stamp sets in there? Just put those stamps in. Some of my dies are big enough. They don't need to be in a pocket. They don't need a magnet. The one thing that those tab divider pockets do that is the most beneficial, and they do lots of things, I'm sure all of you have heard me talk about this before, is they bring everything up to the same level. So you don't have to dig in between pockets or in between stamp sets or dies to see what you've got. You've got everything right up at the same level. So the Karen, which is at this nice neat angle here, right? It's kind of like a file, like a recipe card file, so it's really easy to see everything and access everything. She is that 5x7 dimension, which means she's a little bigger than 5x7. And that little bit bigger dimension means you can put your 5x7 envelopes, your card blanks, cards that you finished. Maybe you have little card kits that you've put together so that you can put them all together at one time, and you're using your tab divider pockets for each of the individual pieces or for those little kits. So many different things you can use with the tab divider pockets. This is, as you mentioned, all of it, well, I'm going to go this way, it's a little easier, all the different bits for Christmas cards. So I've got alphabets, I've got just the card blanks themselves, the card fronts, I've got all types of embellishments there. I've got stickers and dimensional stickers that are all sentiments for the holidays. It's just a great way, Becky, and you get 2, and you get 20 pockets, and you get 20 magnets. It is a great way to organize so many of the things that you are using, whether you're a card maker or a scrapbooker or you do mixed media or anything like that. You are absolutely going to love how easy it is to find your supplies, see your supplies, all of those things when you're using this collection of products. It's really, I mean, it's a bestseller for a reason.
Yes, lovely, great. So that is £30.40 or $40 platinum price. So we've got this one here. So that's what you've just been seeing at the moment. And you're going to be getting the little inserts, 20 inserts and 20 of those magnetic sheets in there as well. The next thing I want to show you is this fabulous binder. There's so much in here. And actually, I'll hold it up this way so you can actually see what you're going to be getting. You've got this pocket here, which Tiffany was showing us earlier, where you put your guillotine. That works really, really well. But if I open it up, you can see all the different pieces you're going to have. If I move that just down here, you've got all of those different sort of places to put your pens, your pencils. You've got these pockets down here, which Tiffany was saying will reinforce. So if you put your scissors and things like that in there, they're not going to make that fall apart. And you're going to be getting these inserts as well. So some of these are side inserts. If I just open that up here, you can see you can plop your bits and pieces through the side of your papers, or other ones are from the top as well. So you've got all those different inserts. You've got these ones here as well, and to keep everything organised, and your pockets at the back. Now you've got at the back, you've also got this pocket here. Now this is a really great item for you to keep a storage of all of your bits and pieces. So if you're going to a workshop, you might want to fill it up with all the things you're going to need for your particular workshop. You take your ditto tote as well for all of your tools, but you can keep your key tools that you know you're going to be using immediately, and everything's contained in here. And this makes a really sort of of sturdy container. You'll be able to pop it onto your shelf, so you may have one already preloaded, as you might say, for different projects. So perhaps you've got one for Christmas projects that you're working on. Perhaps you're going to be using this not just for paper craft. If you're going to be if you're a soft crafter like I am predominantly, I'd be filling this with all sorts of soft crafts. If you're going to be doing cross stitch like Tiffany's mum, perhaps that's where you're going to be putting on your cross stitch, Christmas cross stitches, all organised in here. Maybe you're going to be using those to make a card. So the price for this is £70 or $85, and the platinum price is £56 or $68. And it also comes in some other colours. So Tiffany's got the purple one with her, but we've also got a few other colours as well. And so this is a great item, isn't it, Tiffany?
You know, this is just the easiest way to put together an easy travel pack to go. Are you going on a weekend trip? Maybe you're going somewhere to relax, a cabin or the beach or something like that. You just want a little project to do. Or maybe you want to keep a whole project in here. I know a lot of people who do scrapbooking use this. This is where they put all their album pages together before they put them in an album. So there's so many different ways to use it. So I'll just point out a few of the key features. We've got this front pocket, and it is designed to gusset out, so it will hold most of your personal paper trimmers, right? And these are traditionally, this is the thing people kept saying to me, I can't carry my paper trimmer, I need something bigger, and that is why we added this pocket to the front. It's gonna come with the padded shoulder strap, and then it also has the handles with the handle wrap for padding on your hand as well as you're carrying it. So you can carry it either way, over your shoulder, in your hand. It's going to be perfect. Now inside, as you pointed out, you've got all of these great pockets and loops for different types of tools, different markers. The bottom of the mesh pockets is reinforced with fabric, so you can feel comfortable putting your scissors in there. Your tiny scissors, your tweezers, all of those things are going to fit perfectly in this top panel on this side. And then I'm going to flip the pages and dividers over for a minute here. You've also got this big pocket on the back. So this is a bigger than 12 by 12 pocket. You've got a little place here to put your name card. So a great place to carry either big 12 by 12 paper, cutting mats, anything that's slightly oversized. And we've left the Velcro in the back here extra wide. So if you are using other Tiffany binders that are attached inside the binder with the Velcro, you can actually take another loaded section of Spinder and add it right in there. So you can take two sections of Spinder pretty easily, just depending on how fully loaded they are. So not only are you getting the binder and the shoulder strap, you're also getting the dividers and the side loader single pockets. So these are 12 by 12 pockets. They load in and out the side, which makes it really easy to get to things. This is an entire scrapbooking kit. It's got all the bits and pieces in it, and I've just slipped it right into this pocket. Now, you can organize your pockets however you like. They are great for organizing things, of course, by color, by theme, but they're also going to work well. And look how easily everything flips. You're getting the tab dividers, so you can label those. I don't know if you missed my tip earlier about dividers. Anytime you're labeling anything that you could possibly approach or see from two sides, it's great to label both sides. It takes an extra minute while you're getting organized and while you're setting things up, but boy, it will pay off in spades as you're looking for things. So whole categories. So this is a whole category of paper, just to give you an idea. This is all Halloween paper. I got to get it all bunched up, but look how much paper I've got in that one pocket.
Wow, that's
so
a lot.
It really is a great way. I know, and some of it's cardstock and some of it's paper. I bet I've got 30 or 35 sheets of paper and cardstock here. So all this Halloween paper, all at my fingertips, all visible, all accessible, and also portable in the binder. So some people may set up one binder with everything they need for a different theme or category, a full album. If you love to use stencils, so these pockets are great for the 12 by 12 stencils. You could have a whole binder that's just full of stencils. If you like to work with Cricut, of course, this might be the place that you keep all of your vinyl sheets and your vinyl scraps together in one spot. So you will find countless uses for the binder, and of course it also fits with all of your other scrap rack pages and dividers. So if you're a scrap rack user or you have other Totally Tiffany binders, as I mentioned earlier, all of those pages, all of those dividers are also going to fit in this binder. So you can make maybe your whole scrap rack section portable, or another binder where you want to combine things together. So it's a great value today, and it is so incredibly useful, Becky. It is a perfect little travel thing. Again, whether you're traveling out of your home or just into another room, you're going to love how easy it is to use this binder.
Absolutely, I totally believe you with that. It's great. Thank you so much, Tiffany. It's been wonderful seeing you for the final time. And you've bitten me. You've bitten me with a tidying bug, which my husband will be delighted about, because he's always going on about me tidying my workroom. When he sees how many Tiffany bags I buy, he may be thinking, oh gosh, I've made a mistake here, but I'm going to get organised. You've inspired me. Thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon.
Yes, it was great hanging out with you. Great to meet you here in the virtual world as well. All y'all over there, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you at the next Totally Tiffany Takeover.
Thanks very much, Tiffany. Lovely to hear from her. Great opportunity for me to actually get to say hello. Now, we do have our Riddle Me This competition. So this finishes at midnight tomorrow. So you just need to work out what item we're talking about with this riddle and put it in the search bar on the website, and a stonkingly good deal will come up. So the riddle is, I'm a collectible surprise you just can't miss. Jam-packed with projects and colourful bits. Watercolour and rainbow brights and sparkle and more. Pick up your favourite to sketch, colour and draw. They moved it away from me too quickly. What am I? So, what am I? What am I? I just don't... What am I? What am I? Go onto the website, pop this details in there, and see what a fantastic deal we've got for you there. I will be here tomorrow with the lovely Lily, if we haven't drowned, because it's sounding quite awful outside. So we've got Colour Me Happy at 11 a.m, 6 a.m, or 3 a.m. Then we've got Masterclass. We're going back to basics with a Masterclass. That's on at 2 p.m, 9 a.m, or 6 a.m. And then finally, a Second Chance Sunday at 6 p.m, 1 p.m, and 10 a.m. There'll be another riddle as well. So keep tuned. Have a lovely evening, stay dry, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.